What was that like for you?
Well, you know, I won't lie, it's been a little bit of a whirlwind, but you know, obviously honored to be in this spot and fired up to get going. I mean, the players responded great, and that's the most important thing, obviously, when you've been in this situation. So, you know, we're trying to hit the accelerator now. I mean, that was the deal. I think all of our defensive coaches did a great job of just being together and deciding that's what it's going to be. And then on top of it, even before that the decision was made, our players bought in 100%, and they were flying around. And you know, player-led teams are very good teams usually when you look back at it.
Did you feel that way? I mean, it's kind of what Harsin alluded to earlier, that he said that you have veterans and stuff like that, and it's kind of made the transition a lot easier. Is that something that you've kind of you're taken and been a positive?
No question, you know, and honestly, that can go multiple ways in this situation. Veterans could be the ones that don't maybe buy in, but it has been the complete opposite here, and it kind of confirms some things. You know, choosing to come down there in the first place. The players, the people, the area, and a chance to win. I mean, and it's all real. I mean, the culture here is real, and you know, to handle that type of adversity that could give you potential problems, and they've wanted nothing more than to step on the gas, and I love it. I mean, I couldn't be more fired up to be in this situation.
What did you see from your group today?
What's that?
What did you see from your group today?
You know, I saw, especially in that first group, the ability to still pressure and confuse the quarterback. There's no question. You know, you saw Kurt Weaver on his last play there come off the edge. The guys that you kind of expect to make plays, the guys that are getting more vocal and talking to the team, those are the guys that were stepping up. I mean, obviously you want to see everybody execute to the highest level possible, but you know, both sides are playing hard, right? So there was good and bad like any other scrimmage, but I think we have a pretty good idea of what we have and then how to improve it going forward.
You mentioned Curtis. I mean, that guy was, I think, had 2 sacks in the first half, and I know that's what he does, but you know,
yeah, he'll probably be on me because I didn't bring him more. But but you know, in that situation, we're trying to get work done as well, and he has a lot of things to improve, just like everybody on the whole defense, you know, including coaches, everybody. You know, we always talk about you got to look in the mirror first, coaches and players. Let's just look for the truth, right? What do we need to get better at? And so that helps us going forward, you know. So really, I was asked earlier, like, what are we going to change up? And it's what fits our personnel. Because I think in this, if you're going to say we're going to be this and only this, you're just asking for problems. So you need to look at what do we have personnel-wise, and then go from there.
And Andy, you know, Andy did say, sorry, Dave. Andy did say like they're going to go to more of a 3-4 this year, and then he leaves right away. I mean, was that basing it out of a 3-4 still? We saw some of it today. Is it still more the plan, or what do you, from that standpoint, how do you?
Yeah, and I know it's like a cliche, but it's true, right? You have to be multiple. I mean, you know, you're going to play 2-back teams, you're going to play a triple option team, you're going to play up-tempo teams. So to say that we are this, I always think, hey, we're a dynamic defense. We talk to our players. Everybody on our defense rushes quarterback or blitzes. Everybody on our defense drops. So we got to have those versatile players that can do those things. But that's what allows you to get through a schedule like we have.
You said you played your strengths and your personnel. So what do you have? What are the strengths of this team?
Well, right now, obviously, with the veterans, you have guys that can get home on the quarterback. You know, and a few of our guys were out for spring, so I have yet to actually personally put eyes on them in practice. But we can get home to the quarterback, and you know, on that safety group, along with the adding corner, you know, Avery Williams. Hey, they're veterans, and they really handle some things well. And I've been very impressed with how they, you know, communicate too. It's not just, oh, we got it. No, they're asking questions. They want to get better, and that's really the key, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if you're you know, on your way to the NFL or you're trying to get on the bus. If you want to get better and you truly show that, you know, then it's our job to work with you and get that done.
You think about yourself. You think about you had Zach, Jalil, some fresh faces on that side of the ball. How do you feel like your defensive staff has meshed together during spring?
So far, so good, right? So we haven't played one game yet, though. So, but we've been doing. It's been a great deal. I mean, everybody kind of talked about it, and it's like, hey, we should be in this whole thing together. I mean, that's what we're preaching to the players, right? So it needs to be our defense. That's the biggest thing that we talk to our players about. It's not my defense, not his defense, it's our defense, right? And the guys in the helmets, honestly, they're the ones that win the game. So it's our job to put them in the right position. But so far, man, it's been a blast. It really has. And so, like I said, we haven't gone through a season yet, but I couldn't be more happy with how our staff has worked together.
Whether it's football IQ or things they're doing flying around on the field, as a group, what are the quarterbacks done that have given you a defensive fit?
Well, I'll tell you, you got a lot of different types, and I think that's going to be a challenge. I'm not going to get too far into it, but I'll tell you, there's some guys that can chew up some yardage with their legs, and there's some other guys that are very pure passers. And so the challenge has been trying to get what we need to get called, and then you're like, oh, that guy has this ability or this guy has that ability. And so there's a versatile group, I think, that we're going against as well.
Turnovers have always been a important emphasis for this defense.
No question.
With the turnover thrown, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there were any takeaways today. Is that something you're going to get on your guys about, or does it concern you with maybe just the product of the format today?
Hey, well, no, we're not going to say the format. We need to get takeaways every single day. If we don't get 3, there's an issue, no question. We have done a nice job. These guys have done a great job throughout the spring of getting that done. We were over 3 per practice going into this game, but we didn't get it done today. But every day of our lives we're talking about the ball. Coach always says it's all about the ball, but that's it. When you win the turnover battle, we know all those stats, but they're true. They're true. You win most of the games, and that has to be the number one emphasis. But again, all those little things lead up to it. Like you mentioned, football IQ or getting off blocks, stopping the run. That's how you get takeaways. And relentless finish is the big thing we preach here.